Hey, what's going on YouTube? Indiana James here. We're going to go through some stuff today. Couple of things. Tanky Valera, Val improvements, Midnight 12.0.7 hot fixes. If you're a healer, Valera scales to take 45% less damage at tier 1, 29% damage in tier 11 if she accompanies you as a healer. Resultant issue causes players to be able to interact with the door on Funger Hollow. Players will no longer lose light hook grapple ability when they log out of Nightcall. Starting with week 2, the weekly Seeking Knowledge quest prerequisites are now account-wide. Characters must complete the Sunstrider Omnium Unlock questline to access the weekly quests. All of the quests required from the Omnium Folio and to unlock and enter Val and Nightcall are now marked as important quests and fix the bug preventing new Midsummer quests from rewarding EXP. Sorry, I'm looking at something real quick. Okay. All right. Gravity shackles affix damage reduced by 50%. They adjusted two world quests, Descent and Divide, and then Aberration Liberation. Okay. So they've done something, increased the chance to favor gossip, inappropriate gossip options for the target. So it's just those things. I don't know what any of that is because I'm not going to Val or the other place. I implore nobody to go there. If you want to keep your flying in the game and let Blizzard know you're not okay with that, don't go there and do the content, and they won't make it anymore. Period. I went over that yesterday, my flying video. Farm Vault of the Incarnates faster. So this is the vault thing from Dragonflight. They made it into the 2-minute timer is down to 14 seconds. And they nerfed bookkeeper whatever's taking it. But so they removed the debuff entirely once the first 2 eggs have broken. So you can finish these a lot faster. Val tuning. I think we went over this, but there was something on this one that I found. A Grendag Brightbeard can now be found in Thunderbluff and the entrance to the Undercity. They want him to be working in Orgrimmar again soon. In Orgrimmar to not be able to disable or re-enable XP gains when doing with that guy. So they want him to be fixed. Amani Ritual Altar, I already have that. Oh yeah, illusions. We can now use illusions on ranged weapons. Yay. That's pretty cool. So it begs the question of potentially seeing different illusion effects on ammo, bolts, and arrows fired from weapons. That would be interesting to say the least. All right, as of today, you can save 18 hours ago, you can save 20% off during the World of Warcraft Midsummer Fire Festival sale. Whew, Blizzard Gear Store, on the Blizzard Gear Store. There's just a shirt. There's shirts and cups and glasses and all sorts of stuff you can buy, apparel. Blizzard. No company at the moment has a keyboard with 18 macro keys on the left-hand side in packs of 6. What I mean is 6 buttons, 6 buttons, 6 buttons. Kind of like the G11 keyboard, G15 keyboard, G510, and the Corsair K95 RGB. Y'all would make a bunch of money if you actually made accessories like peripherals for a computer. So my advice to you is to make a keyboard with 18 macro keys on the left-hand side and make it reliable and be able to buy it from you because no one else is making one. So at the moment, the only thing I can see is getting that is equivalent to that is a Steam Deck. And I don't know how reliable they are. I don't know if there's any input lag between the Steam Deck and pushing the ability and it going off in the video game. I don't know. I'd have to research that more. And what I'm told, it's a little bit more in depth when you make that. Anyway, keep Alliance Chest Artisan Key. I want this just because it looks cool. Compatible with Cherry MX switches and cones. That is just so cool. I mean, I know it's dumb, but I don't know where you would put that keycap on to where what's really important to that, but pretty cool. And then Azeroth Horde Black T-shirt. I wonder how much this thing goes. This keycap. Let's take a gander, shall we? Go over to the store. All right, go into the store. Keycap is down here somewhere. Hmm. So you're telling that is $48? So it's resin. I don't made by Clackeys in Davis, California. Hand painted, hand cast resin. Okay, I mean that's surely someone can probably 3D print this for a lot cheaper than $48. But I'm just saying. All right, there's a lightsaber, unstable kyber crystal lightsaber, unstable kyber crystal lightsaber type sword on Val. Anyway, long story short, go to this cave, right click the sword. You need to prove yourself that you can get it by getting a testament buff. You go outside and you kill two um, rare mobs. Defeating either the world boss or any rare mob within the zone will apply vanquishing when you get, and it's a 30-minute cooldown. Sorry, not a cooldown. It's a 30-minute timer on it when you get it. Ancient magic knowledge is your deed. And you get two stacks. When you get two, the original testament buff will update to indicate that you have proven yourself worthy and can then reclaim the blade. Again, you need two to kill two rare mobs. Now, only interpreter protanics and unique rare mobs provide credit. While roaming elite presence Black Star Legion enemies marked with the skull icon do not. Okay? So remember, those enemy presence Black Star Legion monsters do not count toward the vanquishing. Then you go back to the cave with both stacks and attempt to pull the sword from the ice. Again, to finally receive the Ancient Guardian's steel blade. The appearance resembles a lightsaber, and the blade even grows in length when previewed in the dressing room, though it's always full size when actually equipped. On top of that, being located in a cave on a frozen world makes this feel like somewhat out of a sequence reference to Empire Strikes Back, which it kind of does. So there it is right there. It's called the Ice Guardian Steel Blade. Sleet Blade. Why do I keep calling it Steel Blade? Sleet Blade. Ice Guardian Sleet Blade. That's how you get it. Um, it doesn't seem like it's hard. I don't go to Val or Nagthal because I refuse to go into a zone that's purposely made to screw me out of my time when I can't fly. I went over that last week or yesterday in my flight type video. I'm going to head over to the forums. I want to show you guys something. A player was one-shotting an entire team in PvP a couple days ago. A player named Juice Boxes from Thrall server. We were on Temple of Mogu. I think it's called Temple of Mogu. Let me check my. I can't check WoW, but anyway, Temple of Mogu. And At that point, he was one-shotting everybody. He was literally walking over and killing people. And no, he didn't have an orb on the Temple of Mogu to be able to do that. We were moderately geared, I want to say, and he was one-shotting everybody and killing. We could not kill him. We get him down to half health, a quarter health, and bloop, he'd go right back up. When he did manage to get a ball, his health regeneration, his mitigation, and his ability to heal himself to full was not at all um, affected by even having it orb. So that really kind of put us into a mood. I posted on the forums here as Fizzlegrin, because I couldn't post on Husbando. And some people were saying, no, that's not normal. Like it could be a Smurf, which is a Smurf is a person who makes a new account, a low level account, and is really high on one account, but makes a second account just to go obliterate people for no reason. Some people say that there's ways to farm bot crates for PvP gear. and he managed to do that because he had full conquest. The game PvP isn't that hard, but it's insane when someone one shots your entire team or two shots max. Person like that should not be in the same group as absolutely new PvPers, which is what I said. There are some comments. Someone asked me if I've tried using my defensives. Are they on all cloth armor? And I said no. This person's trying to be a dick, but no. We were in blues, purples. We did not run into juice boxes since I posted that. I posted this 22 hours ago. Then, lo and behold, an update. Boom. We again got into PvP last night. We went to the Azerite game, which is you fly down and you get Azerite and fight. Funny enough, we managed to get an Azerite, and then we noticed juice boxes was there hitting people in the face. He was not one-shotting anybody at this point. He was actually like normal. He was doing normal abilities, normal things, normal mitigation, and we killed him. We managed to kill him at least once. I did, and we did win. But there was no one-shotting. It was weird that it happened. This person says it's not weird. I'm talking about 81 to 89. Look at the item levels of your gear. So it's just it makes no sense that this was happening. I had the same gear in that Mogu as I did in the Azerite game last night. And yes, he came up and hit me in the face a couple times. And no, he didn't one-shot me. And I had the same gear as I had when I ran into him the other day. So understand that in PvP, there are situations where you may get one shot or two, and it's very frustrating to know that people can do that, and there's no possible way to know how they can do that. Okay, so that was a fun thing. And yes, I am getting into PvP. I'm currently ranked level 17 honor, and I'm doing that because there's a mount you can get at 500 honor rank, and I'm working on that because we all know that I'm insane. And so why my name is Husbando the Insane or Physogrin the Insane. There was a couple of posts on here that were bitching about the is a well done zone. Val and can't fly. I can't find it anymore. I think the person who made it deleted it, but there was a very big argument going on. Other than that, the game is doing well. Archaeologist Anonymous is doing well. Wowhead's giving us some good information. Questions, comments, concerns. I'm sorry, that keycap being $48 is just mind-boggling to me. And then they have all these other spots for nothing. Like, I'm sorry, making me buying a full pack of different types of keycaps you can put on your keyboards if you're using those types would be $48, but not for one. I think that's just really weird. I don't think I'd be the person just to buy it just to say I have it on my keyboard. So, all right, like, comment, subscribe down below, please. Let me know how everything is going. If you like my videos, keep that up. I want to make at least one a week, maybe two. Today's number, I think, in this week I've made 3 this week only because a lot is going on. And I did find some information about the housing situation, and I'm gonna go look for that right now. I think that I have new. Okay, the 12 point. Ooh, I said 12.1, not 2. Stupid thing. 1. My guilty friend of mine found it. I did the personal pets. I just can't find it right now because we've been over that. We've done the pets. Um, we've done the blueprints, the pets. We went over that. There's new endeavors coming in, but I didn't see this. More endeavors are on the way, including the Amani trolls, kobolds, Oharan, centaur, and the tortoise people. All right, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's interesting. And then housing levels. So that's interesting. So there's going to be new endeavors. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Save export welcome for new endeavors. I want to know what the levels are. There was a new level one that I found. Here we go. Level 10 required 15,900 XP. Treasures of different lands. Visit the last architect in your neighborhood once a week to obtain an Arcano storage sphere containing a random piece of decor from a curated selection of the last architect's collection. Uh, Sets indoor deco placement budget at 4675. Sets room placement blueprint budget, at 104. Level 11 is a little bit more. Room placement and budget deco placement budget. This level is been significantly increased. 10 plus rooms, 500 decor. Interior decor placement budget is 5545, and then room placement budget is 124. Level 12, large size house exteriors. You can now use large size house exteriors for your house. I don't know what that means. Um, Indoor deco placement budget 5975 and rooms of 134 budget. Uh, Developer notes. I think we were just here, weren't we? Yeah. All right, let's go over to this because I didn't see this. I didn't, this was posted a little while ago. We've already done that. We've already talked the Fangs, the Delves, Season 2, Dungeons, Alter Fangs. Prey, Season 2 brings it fixes new target actions for new hunts. Ah, this is from Blizzard, so we're good on that. Die crafting has been streamlined, considerably freeing up bag space taken up by dies. New die colors have been added. So you're going to be able to reach level 12 in August, unlocking increased limits, large exteriors, and more. Players can now move the entry room anywhere in the house, including uh, other floors. Finally, basement dreams can be realized. Two new categories have been added to the decor: vines and hanging plants and pet beds. Removed an extra pop-up when deleting a room with no decor in it. Um, so you can speak with your guildmates in both in and out of game by connecting your Battle.net and Discord accounts to chat. Okay. Dummy. Oh, we already went over the dummy dome. We went over classes. I'm kind of disappointed they're not going to. Oh, let's go over the classes because I thought I went over this. I didn't see these. This was not what I saw yesterday. Mm. So they've done a lot of stuff to Unholy. Player's health and creature damage has been player health and creature damage have increased by 20% and max level. Health consumable values have been adjusted to match new health values. We decided to increase player health and enemy damage by 20% for max level players. We made similar adjustments at the start of Midnight and also in early Dragonflight. Our intent is for damage to be less spiky and for healing gameplay to be more satisfying. Okay. When healing is too bursty, enemies have to be tuned to deal spiky damage, which requires quick reactions, and we feel that leads to unsatisfying and more stressful gameplay. Okay. Um, we're also making adjustments to several healing and absorb spells for DPS and tank specializations so that they retain their relevant impact. And so they're going to be lowering throughput for major DPS cooldowns from several specializations, increasing their steady state damage. When damage done during cooldowns is significantly higher than damage outside of cooldowns, facing a combat outside of cooldowns feels sluggish. Okay. So they're doing, let's see, um, permafrost grants shield 50 to 40. I mean, you guys can read all this stuff. I will definitely link this in the description. I was not planning on going and seeing this, but I did not see this at all. I thought I did, but I didn't. Um, Feral updates in Curse of Woodchuck are aimed at talent diversity. We'd like Chomp to be strong for players who enjoy it. And we're adjusting some of the other chance to get their own power closer and open up more build options. There, ugh. Saberjaw's damage bonus increased to 60 was 50. Focus Frenzy damage bonus reduced to 15 was 20. Rip and Tear damage bonus increased to 20 was 15. Chomp damage increased by 30. Apex Predators Craving base chance to trigger reduced to 4 was 5. And Rejuvenation healing, all those 3 healings are increased by 25%. Resto Druids get a lot of stuff. New talent, Flash of Clarity. Um, Go Guardians updates are largely to address issues with the specialization, damage composition, and ability breakdown. Okay. Evoker gets some changes. The additional stopping power created by duplicate cast upheavals was more warping to dungeon gameplay than desired. Could be frustrating in some situations due to its uncontrolled timing. Okay. Upheaval casts by your duplicate no longer kick knockbacks enemies in the air. Okay. Devastation gets some stuff. Hunter. Ranged auto shot damage increased by 600%. Wow. They're allowing me to put Hunter's Mark on 5 targets instead of 1. Okay. All right, here, Dark Ranger, Bleak Arrows damage increased by 300, Withering Fire. Beast Mastery. Beast Mastery Hunters felt a bit weak outside of Beater Dash and Bestial Wrath damage windows, which is true. Increasing their steady state damage by boosting Kill Command, Cobra Shot, and Barb Shot. For increasing the duration of Beast Cleave for 10 seconds, you should be able to maintain 100% uptime in area damage situations as long as you're still using Wild Thrash when it's available. Heart of the Pack, why did they rename Heart of the Pack? Renamed to Razor Sharp. Renamed to Razor Sharp has been redesigned, increase the damage of your pet's Bite, Claw, and Smack. Wow, they increased my pet by 100%. Piercing Flames has been redesigned. Kill Command critical damage increased by 15. Blood Frenzy has been updated. Now reduces Barb Shot sporadic rate increased by 33%. Okay, so they now reduces Barb Shot's periodic rate increase by 33% so I guess I don't understand. Does that mean it went down to 33% or it's been increased by another 33% on top of 50? Anyway, Kill Cleaves is an updated Kill Command now only cleaves 20% of the damage of its damage during Beast Cleave was 40. So they decreased Kill Cleave. Barb Shot damage increased by 25%. Kill Command damage increased by 20. Cobra Shot damage increased by 20. Beast Cleave duration increased by 10. Dire Beast summons can now be tracked on a cooldown manager. Wild Instincts has been removed. Holy fuck. They buffed the shit. From what I'm reading, they have buffed the crap out of my and but because the auto shot damage increased by 600. That means they've increased um everybody in the hunter. Let's see. Marksmanship hunters last round of changes introduced explosive shot as the button players can opt into, but didn't flow well with how the spec was playing. Okay, what are they doing to this? I mean, they have just wow. That's just a huge wow. Wow. They've updated that for marksmanship. We don't need it though. Like that's the thing. They really don't. They're already really high. They don't need to do much. All right, some marksmanships they're getting rid of double tap and headshots. I'm just not happy with Dark Ranger. I don't like it. So okay, survival's getting a little bit of stuff. Whew, that is a lot. Wow, Arcane's getting a lot of different things too. You want to read that? Monk. I'm only reading it. Let's see. We're making a few adjustments to Mystery Monk with the intent of incentivizing mastery as a more viable secondary stat and shifting some throughput out of spinning crane kick and into ancient teachings. Okay. Way of the crane now transferred to damage done was. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this for Lionel because yeah. I'll take a picture of that in a minute and when I'm done. Golden Path. So they wow, they are just this is a huge look at this. Assassination Rogue. We're making some updates to assassination energy economy. We aren't happy with how rank 1 impeccable Apex talent is playing. All damage dealt increased by 3%. Okay. Death Mark increased the damage of a rupture growth and the poison by 70. Ooh, a little bit of a nerf there. Wow. Then why are they reduced? Wow. Okay. A view increased rupture by 25 was 20. Motivated murder energy increased by 30%. So they're making me a little bit faster, I guess. Venomous wounds generates more energy when multiple targets are affected by your bleeds. Okay. Poison bombs visual has been adjusted to make other important visuals on top of it easier to see. Okay. This is a monumental change, really. For warlocks, they only get this little block. Um, that sucks. And nothing for Ricky because she's demonology. That sucks. Arms Warrior is getting a lot of changes. Fury's getting Whirlwind has been updated. Yay! Core part of Fury. I'd like to open the door for Whirlwind to be a useful ability in single target again. Okay. Oh boy, man, this is crazy. Class sets. All right, let's see. Go down to Hunter because I'm not reading all your guys' class sets. You know, you can come to the website. When Berserker Incarnated ends, you deal 10% increased damage for 1 second for each combo point spent during Berserker. Whoa. Okay. Course of bonus, Berserker Incantation lasts 10% longer. Okay. Evoker, Hunter, Beastmaster. Choose the bonus. Barb Shot causes your pets to stomp 1 additional time, and then Stomp causes your next Cobra Shot to either benefit from Beast Cleave or strike your primary target for 30% additional damage. That's pretty cool. Okay. Um, All right. If you guys want to read over all this, there is just a crap ton in here to read about. I know you guys probably already read about it because it happened on June 18th. I'm sorry, I did not see this. I would go into a much bigger in-depth thing if I were to see this. This is a 40-minute video all by itself. Okay. So anyway, like and subscribe down below. Let me know what you want to talk about or see. Archaeologist Anonymous is a open door guild for anybody who wants to play and actually have friends in the game. We do PvE, PvP, both. Not much on RP, but we do both of those things. And Lionel, the raid leader, team leader, does AOTC weekly basis. He runs normal with he runs normally with pugs and gets friends that he has made through the game and will help you do that if you need to do AOTC. He does clear mythic keys as well that I do not do. I don't do much raiding at the moment because I'm just not into the whole gear grind thing because it's a treadmill. And I really don't, but I do have gear. I think I'm at 272 or something. All right, guys. Thank you all and hope you guys to see you around.